Hello everybody, welcome to our YouTube channel. In the previous video, we discussed about external structure of the kidney. In this video, we are going to know about internal structure of the kidney. Let us observe longitudinal section of the kidney to know more about internal structure. This shows two distinct regions. The outer zone is dark red in color, known as cortex, and pale inner zone called as medulla. In medulla, we find some 9 to 12 inverted pyramid-like structures. These are known as calyces. And these calyces wider parts are arranged towards the cortex, narrower parts are arranged towards the medulla. From there, these are open into renal pelvis. Widened parts of these pyramids looks like a sepals in flower. So they are known as here calyces. Urine passes through calyces into a funnel-like tubes. From there, it reaches pelvis. From there, it passes into ureters, then reaches bladder and excreted to outside through urethra. Each kidney made up of approximately more than 1 million microscopic and thin tubular structures known as nephrons. Nephrons are considered as the structural and functional unit of the kidney. Nephron is a long tube-like structure. It has basically two parts, one Malpighian body, two renal tubule. Malpighian body consists of a blind cup-shaped broader end of nephron called Bowman's capsule and bunch of fine blood capillaries called glomerulus. The Bowman capsule and glomerulus together called as Malpighian capsule or renal capsule. Renal artery entering into kidney, it divides into many arterioles. Each arteriole enters into each Bowman capsule as afferent arteriole. These afferent arteriole, after entering into Bowman capsule, it forms into a bunch of blood capillaries, forms a glomerulus, and then it comes outside as a efferent arteriole. When we observe the Bowman's capsule, the diameter of the efferent arteriole is less than that of afferent arteriole. And when we think of it, and we find that the narrower part of efferent arteriole creates pressure in the glomerulus and it functions as a filtration unit. And Bowman capsule, which is accommodates one glomerulus, is lined with a single layer of squamous epithelial cells called as podocyte cells. These are fine pores between the podocyte cells to allow passage of materials filtered out in glomerulus. With the help of pressure, the waste materials are filtered through the pores of podocyte cells and formed as a urine in the Bowman's capsule. Next, renal tubule. It has three parts. First are proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle. Second are distal convoluted tubule. Proximal convoluted tubule or PCT is near to the Bowman's capsule. Loop of Henle is in U-shaped. Distal convoluted tubule or DCT is arranged at the end of the nephron. Distal convoluted tubule opens into a collecting tube. Collecting tube form pyramids and calyces which are open into pelvis. Pelvis leads into the ureter. All the parts of the renal tubule are covered by a network of peritubular capillaries formed from efferent arteriole. The peritubular capillaries joins to form a renal venule, and then it joins the other venules to form finally the renal vein. And this is the internal structure of kidney. Key points: dark colored outer zone called the cortex and pale inner zone called medulla. Each kidney is made up of approximately more than 1 million microscopic and thin tubules known as nephrons. Each nephron has basically two parts, one Malpighian body and two renal tubule. Malpighian body consists of a Bowman's capsule and glomerulus. Renal tubule has three parts: proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle, distal convoluted tubule. In Bowman's capsule, afferent arteriole forms a bunch of fine blood capillaries called glomerulus. The diameter of the efferent arteriole is less than that of afferent arteriole. Nephron is considered as the structural and functional unit of the kidney.